We're exploring one angle of visual art that's mostly not displayed at exhibitions, but we're lucky enough to catch this one for your viewing pleasure. Let me drop a hint. It's an art form that children just can't get enough of. I'm sure your minds will be roaming and you're probably thinking, drawing? No way, that's not the case. It's more than that. Then we go to a studio and see how a particular female contemporary artist works. That's what we have on our lineup today. I'm Melinda Akilami. I'll be serving you another interesting edition, so don't go anywhere.
Nobody can teach me who I am. You can describe parts of me, but who I am and what I need is something I have to find out myself. The most authentic thing about us is our capacity to create, to overcome, to endure, to transform, to love, and to be greater than our suffering.
He has been missing from the art scene for decades, but now popular cartoonist Moses Osawe comes back with a bang with his solo exhibition called Pa Johnson and Gabriel.
It's Moses Osawe's homecoming exhibition and has brought a blast from the past comic characters, which used to be your favorites in the 70s, back to life.
The title of the exhibition is Pa Johnson and Gabriel cartoons. These are two cartoon characters I created several years back, and most of my storylines are based on the exploits of these two cartoon characters. You know, I've used them for a very long time. I created them while I was with the Daily Times, through Vanguard newspaper and other publications, particularly Front Times. So they've been the protagonists of my cartoon stories.
This is Morehouse, and we're quite happy to show him because he's someone who has shown remarkable progress in terms of cartoons. And cartoons that we know, they are issues that have to do with political commentaries, they have to do with social commentaries, they have to do with things that will amuse us. And he has done so well with this. Indeed, Moses Osawe has been in practice as a cartoonist for more than 20 years. He started way back with the Daily Times, but Daily Times we all know no longer exists. But today he's decided to show some of his past works as well as his new entrance. And they are quite hilarious. They speak about what goes on in society today and even in the past, and they are things that we're happy to show.
It features about 72 paintings done by this veteran cartoonist who's been away from the shores of Nigeria but has been studying events keenly, and that's why he was able to blend the old works with the new, which talks about current societal issues.
I have several cartoons on display here, and one of them is about the police officer who saw a man coming with a bag, and he asked to see the content of that bag. But the man, that's Pa Johnson himself, he warned the police officer that the content is biologically hazardous. But the police officer insisted that he would like to see the content. Well, Pa Johnson handed it over, and without looking into the bag, the police officer reached into the bag, only to, when he pulled out his hand, he saw faces, that shit, in his fingers. And then he exclaimed, say, why are you carrying shit about in the bag? Pa Johnson said, I warned you, I'm sorry. Our toilet is bad. I was taking the shit to the bush to bury.
The intention is to show that cartoons can be a collector's item, for keeps, not just for laughs.
The impression people have about cartoon is that they are something to be read and discarded. So this exhibition is about changing that notion. It's supposed to be something decorative, just like paintings. So the way you frame them, don't they look good? So it's something you can hang and display on your wall. The picture is entertaining, the words are also entertaining. So it's everything rolled into one, visually and otherwise. It's entertaining all the way around. You can decorate, it's informing, decorating, and at the same time, you can now keep it instead of just reading and throwing it away.
It takes the chief executive of Weave & Co. Gallery down memory lane.
This is his main style, and he used to entertain us in years past in the Daily Times, in the newspaper. He's been gone for some time. He's been gone away for some time. He's back now, and he has brought Pa Johnson and Gabriel to life, and we're expecting a lot more from him.
Pictures speak louder than 1,000 words, but there are enough drawings and words on these images to crack your ribs and make you think.
Some of these police officers need to be retrained because the proper approach to searching a bag, you ask whoever is carrying a bag to open it for you to see. You are not supposed to reach into people's bag because you don't know the content. It might even be harmful to you. But instead, he took the bag and reached into it only to grab shit. The proper procedure is if you see somebody holding a bag, hey, let me see what is in your bag. You ask the person to open it and peer into the bag. That's the proper security procedure. You reach into it. I'm trying to say most of these guys need to be retrained properly.
While the organizers wish Nigerian children had more indigenous cartoons that they can relate to.
What Moses Osawe is doing is very special in the sense that there's so much that can come out of it. The children are waiting. The children are waiting to have a laugh. We need an indigenous cartoon program. We need an indigenous cartoon videos. We need it to be digitalized. It's nice that we read it in the papers and those of us that are older can relate with it. But we need the kids to be able to relate with it, So there's so much that Osawe can do with this, and we're all expecting much more from him.
A lot of research went into putting this show together, and now that Moses Osawe is back, he's looking forward to keeping the campaign about having cartoons as a decorative piece alive.